Welcome to Wednesday night
Thing Theory.
Thing Theory. String Theory.
That's it. Sting Theory.
Sting Theory. Yes, String Theory, the weekly live YouTube show where you ask the questions. And now apparently, Christopher Coote and I give the unwanted answers.
How do we keep our prices so low? Volume, volume, volume. That's how.
Come today and buy this 1976 Chevelle, and I'll club this baby seal.
And we're off.
And we're on. Here we go. So how are you guys doing? It's fantastic. We had so much fun last week, and Coot was home. Thought I'd ask him back.
I think I'm always home.
Yeah, we're planning some projects. We talked about last week. Next week you're going to start working on the fiddle repair, the uke repair, possibly dropping another K&K and something.
Yeah.
Did you ever make that?
I do. I've got a jig now.
You got the jig.
Yeah. Custom jig for the K&K.
Yeah.
Allows you to put all three transducers in at one time in the perfect position.
install.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You got to film that one for sure.
Yep.
You might be able to sell that idea to K&K.
I'm sure they already use it.
I don't think so.
No?
That's the one they put in the box, the one you got.
I'm sure they'll use it shortly.
That's correct. Or longly.
Or longly. Or longingly.
Or longingly. Want to say a big shout out to all of our partners here on String Theory that have been with us for now over a year. Just past the 50th episode milestone in Life and Music this Monday. 50 episodes of that.
That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, so these guys have been with us from the very beginning. Robin, Boucher, and company. You guys rock. Levy's leather straps, the best guitar straps on the planet. My buddy Glenn Gotel out in Antigonish, Nova Scotia at G&G Music, Fantasy Music in Halifax and Spring Garden Road, Stephen McNeil, not the premier. K&K, as we've already spoken about. Gallagher Guitars are good friends. Now listen, there's a big thing happening May the 1st. It's a world premiere thing on YouTube. It's a Gallagher Guitars tribute concert to Doc Watson that we've already filmed here in the studio. Got it all ready to go. It's going to go live on May the 1st at 9 p.m. Atlantic time. And it's a wicked, wicked show. So there's that. So that's a special shout out to Gallagher. My buddies, Ashley Atz and the crew down at Recording King. You guys can kill it. Alvarez Yeri. What are you going to say? Those Yeri guitars are still
Awesome.
among the best guitars I've ever seen in my life. Yamaha Music Canada. Again, a huge partner with us. James Martin Instruments in Ireland, whose guitar, we've now seen the guitar in final finish. It's coming. It's coming. Wait to see that thing. And Audio Sprockets down in Nevada, the makers of the Tone Dexter, what could be the world's greatest acoustic guitar modeler that I've ever seen in my life. There's one of those coming soon.
I wish that would get here.
Yeah, we got to do that video together because this guy is the mixer.
We need to be taking that apart.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
We need to be figuring that
Let's
out.
not start by taking it apart.
I don't know.
You always start by taking it apart.
Yeah. So, how you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good.
Good to
Great
have you
day
back.
at the lake.
Yeah, you were just out in the boat.
Yeah.
Good.
Had a boat ride. It was great. All's good in the hood.
Yeah, so where's our first question?
Oh, here's us really.
There, Megan?
The first question is a super chat from Side Dad.
Side dad.
Yes.
Side
Is
dad.
that like side boob?
That's what I think. Better than sag dad.
Side.
Sag dad.
Yeah.
Side dad. Okay, that's good.
Side, like Siberian Husky.
Oh,
Side-
Cybe.
Okay.
Like cyber attack dad.
Like Siberian Husky, of which he has 3.
Oh.
They're beautiful.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Do they have blue eyes? Oh, God.
Probably.
I love
He's not
Siberian
new.
Huskies.
Remember
No, I
he's
remember
short.
your name. Sorry.
Anywho. It's a question. Well, it's more of a statement, really. 3 weeks ago, I asked you about a 1970 D1235 or Boucher. Turns out the store selling the Martin is a Boucher dealer. Long story short, the Martin is here by Boucher HG66 ISB is here in August.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Are you ever going to be happy?
A Martin and a Boucher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. That's exciting. I got to answer a couple of questions I've got over the last little while that I found rather amusing but have to answer them because even though it is amusing. There's been a couple of people contact me that think that this is a music store. And that it could be.
It very well
and I'm
could be.
selling these instruments that I review, but that's not the case. If you are watching and you want any of these instruments that I review or talk about, you can either go to the two stores that partner with us, the G&G Music in Antigonish or Fantasy Music in Halifax. And if you're not in Nova Scotia or in Canada, which neither one of these people were, Montana, Missouri,
Right.
go to your local dealer or go on the website if you want to talk to Boucher or any of these people. You're more liable, you can, where these guys would ship to you, it's just as easy to probably go right to your local shop and find Epiphones, Martins, whatever else I'm talking about.
Yamahas.
Right? Yamahas.
Yeah.
So. All right, next question.
We have a super chat from Cam.
Cam McMaster's in the house.
Cam McMaster song.
Cam McMaster, he's back on the show. Cam McMaster, we don't know where to go. Cam McMaster, we couldn't do it without you here. Do drink another beer.
Lick your ear.
Yes, there we go.
Wow.
All right then.
That's like the 5th Cam McMaster theme song we've had.
You can make an album.
Let's start with an E EP.
Yes, an EP first. Yes. Go, Cam.
It says, "Good day, Ginger, and the other two."
And the other two. We're now the other two.
Wow.
I'm looking at a Yamaha CJX32. You played one Tom's 80th birthday.
Yes.
If you remember it, would you say yay or nay?
Absolutely yay. That was one of the better guitars that I ever owned. I actually had 2 of those. I had that red one and another one that was custom made for me by Hiroshi Sakurai that came in at around, I don't know, $18,000. There's only 2 of them in the world. Mine and Brian May from Queen has the other one. And both of those guitars are with a close friend of mine in Halifax who's a collector who bought them both from me because he didn't want to separate them. And the first one I bought from the custom shop in 1997 or 8 and paid $3,300 for that guitar. It's not not a cheap Yamaha. The real CGX 32 solid maple back and sides, the preamp 41 system, which was a piezo, and that nice gooseneck condenser
Inside.
You can point it anywhere you want it. Those are, if you can find us a real CGX 32, buy it because you won't be sorry. It's a wicked guitar.
It'll outlast you.
It will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those 2 that I sold to my friend, well, they're under glass most of the time. He plays the crap out of them, when he's home. But those guitars will last 100 years.
Yep.
100 years. Yeah. Next.
We have another super chat from Jim Hanlon.
Jimmy,
Hey.
Triple J Hanlon.
Where are you, cranky old thing?
Yeah.
Why aren't you here?
Yeah. Why aren't you here theorying with us?
Yeah.
Sting theory.
He's
Drink theory.
he's beyond us now.
Drink theory.
Speaking of which, Saki for Jim.
Oh, Saki for Jim. Saki for John.
Kampai.
Cam pie.
Saki.
Apple pie.
Down the hatch. Love the Saki.
Oh, God, that's so good.
Smooth.
And I had sushi for lunch.
Oh, did you?
So now it's
what?
like- I couldn't help it. I felt like I needed a treat after physio. So I just had a small sushi.
You're
sushi
making
lunch.
me Jones.
I'm
for it.
sorry.
You're making me Jones.
We can go next week.
Yeah, I
we
came
can go
home
next
from work
week.
and he's like, I had sushi for lunch. I'm like, I had...
We'll go next
Yeah.
week. We'll go next week.
I had cleaning the barbecue and the big green egg for lunch.
Burnt on flakes.
Smelling the remnants of
Yeah.
past cooks.
Okay.
Good eating, but
Way to
doesn't fill you
rub it
up.
in.
No.
What's Jim doing?
Well, Jim's question is, who's that guy who looks like Coot?
Well, that would be
It's another guy like Coop.
Christopher Coote. If you didn't see last week and you don't know and you haven't seen us on here together, this is one of the best.
I'm your most unspecial guest.
Yeah, he's the most unspecial guest, and he's one of the best techs on the planet. Whether it be working on flat top guitars or fixing blown tweeters from speakers out of Las Vegas,
Or amplifiers.
or designing something that's never been done before and making it work. This is your man
Well,
right here.
You got to have a hobby, right? Because you
That's
can't
true.
go to work.
No, it's true.
Right, Ginger?
That's right.
Not that you'd want to, really, but, you know.
Well, I kind of do want to at this
Yeah,
point.
it'd be nice to, but I kind of like hanging out at the lake, too.
Yeah, I like this, too. This is good.
I also like having a house that doesn't get taken from me from the bank.
That girl needs a Saki.
Ginger, have a Saki, will you?
Ginger,
Have a Saki. Have a Saki-yaki.
just chill the hell down, would you?
You're down, Big Rig?
Okay. Connect. Love all
right.
you guys. Thank you very much for this.
Um,
you.
The next question is from Jeff. Gallant.
Okay. Jeff Gallant. As always, my friend Jeff.
Says, my good man John, would it be a good idea to switch up my strings on my Yamaha G45-1 from classical nylon for a very light gauge acoustic string without neck or body damage?
Oh. Okay. So I'll answer that question with a riddle.
A riddle.
Haiku or a riddle?
No, just a riddle.
Okay.
What's red and wet, travels about 200 RPM, and gives enough heat to roast a marshmallow? Jeff Gallant impaled by a spear stuck in a fucking revolving door! You never put steel strings on a classical. Ever. End of story.
Never?
If anybody watching this decides to put steel strings on their guitar, I will drive to your house and shit on your kitchen table and set your fridge on fire. Be warned.
Would you open the fridge before you set it on fire?
I'll set both inside and out ablaze.
Let's check the fridge to make sure there's nothing good in it before we
Yes.
set it on fire. Never, ever?
Pause, Jeff. I'm going to show you something.
Where are you going?
He's going to get
I'm
something.
supposed to leave.
This is why.
It's right here.
This is why you never put steel strings on a gut string. This is my lovely Cordoba that I absolutely love this guitar. So, this is the humongous difference between a nylon string guitar and a steel string guitar. First of all, there's hardly any tension on these strings. There's about a third of the tension on these nylon silk wound nylon strings. That's the first point. So steel string's going to be 3 times harder than this. The other thing is that these strings are just tied onto this little plate, and they're just pulling on the whole bridge, right? So that's
With not the same tension.
So if you put a steel string on this, you would pull a steel string through, and the ball end would fetch up. You'd be putting all that pressure just on this bridge. If it had holes, the strings go down inside the guitar and hook on the bridge plate, so this pulls the whole top.
Yeah.
Steel strings on this would pull the bridge right off, like if not right away.
You could possibly string it with steel strings, but
Yeah.
it would only be once.
Only, yeah.
And if you do decide to do it, send us the video.
Yes. I personally, you can actually give me the video when I stop by your house to shit on your floor and set your fridge on fire. You dirty bastard, you even just suggested. I feel soiled, Jeff. Soiled. You've ruined my life.
Here, have another Saki.
Yeah, let's have another Saki.
Should try that for an experiment one time.
Oh yes, let's do that. Let's make guitar mutilation part of my channel. Yeah.
Where'd the bridge go? It came by. Mach 2.
Why is your ear bleeding?
Cheers.
We're looking for a new series.
Yeah. How to kill yourself with flying guitar parts. Oh, yeah. Special producer Jeff Gallant.
It's a special 2-part bridge.
Yeah. Oh, you shit boy. Steel strings on a gut string. Fucking arsehole.
Love you though, Jeff.
Love you, buddy. Hey, Ginger.
Yeah.
Start deleting his comments again. I mean, sorry. Was that on the mic? Sorry. Hope it didn't come out. Just delete him. I love you, Jeff. I love you, buddy. I'm only teasing you. You know that. All right, who's next?
We have a super chat from Gerard O'Connor.
Gerard O'Connor from Ireland.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. How you doing, buddy?
He says, love these chats. What's your opinion on slightly shorter scale neck guitars? 24.75 versus 25.5.
What do you know about that? Because for me personally, as a player, the only time I notice when a scale is different is when, like on my signature model.
Yeah.
That's a triple O.
Right.
And that drastically changes the scale.
Yeah.
And makes the strings softer. But the minute changes like that, I don't know.
I think it's down to the geometry of the player, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
you got some... If you're a more compactly built person,
Yeah.
right? I've seen a lot of gals that love
Right.
the shorter scale,
Yeah.
right? And maybe a narrower neck because
Yes.
their hands are smaller and it's just easy to manage. But like you say, playability-wise,
Don't notice it unless
don't
it's
notice
drastic.
it really, unless it's drastic, yeah.
The difference between a 12 fret and a 14 fret.
Yeah.
That's the difference I'm used to.
There's some pretty nice sounding little guitars, though.
Well, yeah. Now I wonder what those little Recording King parlors would be. That's a short scale, is it not? Or is it a regular
No, I
scale?
think that's a short scale.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell, man. I think it goes down, just like Chris said, I think it's player preference. And like I'm telling you, the only time I ever noticed the difference in the playability and the sound too is the difference between a 12 fret and a 14 fret neck. That's a huge scale difference,
Yeah.
right? So a minute difference, it all depends on the body size, whether it's a cutaway, whether it's like this. There's a lot of variables there, right?
Yeah.
So it's basically whatever you like and what you're using the guitar for, right?
Right.
The shorter scale will make the neck slightly faster, right? But I don't know how much faster if it's just millimeters, right?
Right.
So it affects intonation, the ease of intonation, whether or not you need a compensated saddle, all these things, right? So, yeah, I think it's just player preference, but that's a great question.
That was an interesting question.
Very, yes, it's fascinating.
Makes me think of all my friends that have like short scale guitars. And you don't really think about
You don't think about it.
The creamsicle is, though.
Yeah, the creamsicle is a short scale, and Catherine McClellan plays that that weird little Martin, that
Right.
mahogany Martin. That's
Right.
that has to be short scale,
Right.
right? And she's a very slender,
Yeah.
slight person, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be something to it. Ken next.
We have another super chat from Jim.
Jim Hanlon again.
Glutton for punishment.
Another one for Coot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Is Coot trying to enhance his right bicep?
His right bicep.
He's wondering
Well-
if you're going to make it look all...
He actually is suffering right now from a spider bite.
Yeah. I got a spider bite in the boat today.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still getting most of the spiders out of the boat.
Yeah.
But
It's called the Popeye
yeah,
Black Widow.
You're right. I am kind of crooked, aren't I, Jim? I got one up and one down here. I wonder if
He's got a fair arm on
I'm just
him.
busting out all over the
He's got a
place.
fair arm on him for a pilot.
Yeah. Well, I'm left-handed, so you'd think I'd be.
Yeah,
You know.
but you probably... Oh, never mind.
Anyway.
No, let's not go there.
Can't do that on camera.
Can't do that on
Thanks
camera.
a lot, Jim.
He
Yeah.
flies with his right hand.
He probably does, yeah.
I do fly with
I'm
my
not
right
going
hand.
there, not going there.
But I can fly with my left hand, too.
Yes.
Yeah, did you miss a stroke? Or-
You went there. You said you weren't going to go there.
You guys kept talking about it.
I was literally talking about flying an
Do you
airplane.
fly with your right?
Do you fly with your right hand, too?
I'm ambidextrous.
ambidextrous.
So
Yeah.
I'll show you the next time you're out here, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Cranky old
dear.
bastard.
Yes. Love Jim.
Love
All
a
right.
little.
We have a
Grilled
super chat
Jim.
from Cajun Queen.
Cajun Queen.
She says, no question, just kicking in for the Doc Watson thingy. Your donation to the Doc Watson show.
Oh, nice. Thank you very, very much.
Excellent, thank you.
Yes, we will. During that broadcast, we will be seeking donations if you want to help us.
And having a huge party here.
Yes, we're going to be watching it right with you, and I'll be online if you want to chat with me. You'll have the laptop open there. You can talk to me while the show's on.
Barbecue will be going.
The barbecue will be going. Beer will be flowing.
Yep.
We're going to have a great big party that night. We did the last time. The last time we did the primary color show, that was a huge, huge success. So this one's very, very special. I got a couple of really good musicians in with me, and we basically just copied Doc's trio sound note for note as best we could, right? And I think we did some really cool material that not everybody would do. So of his, yeah, it's really cool. We're very excited about it. Excited about Gallagher guitars. They're
Not Miles Gallagher.
no,
Guitars.
not Miles guitar. No,
The other Gallagher.
the
We
other
like
guy.
Miles
the,
Gallagher,
the
but
other
he
guy.
doesn't make guitars.
No.
No, yeah, but he
Plays guitars.
He doesn't have a Gallagher though.
No.
His name is Gallagher, but he doesn't have a
He
Gallagher.
should have a Gallagher. You'd think.
Yeah, what's wrong with him? He's got 70 guitars. Not one of them's a Gallagher.
What is wrong with that
We're
boy?
gonna have to punch him right in the knee.
That boy's fixing to ride the lightning.
Fixing to ride the lightning. He's fixing to have his final Slurpee.
Oh dear.
Next.
So another super chat from Jeff Gallant.
Oh boy.
Well, back for a second helping.
This will be good.
Has
This
a
will be
res-
good.
It's a response to everything.
Okay.
He says, I wasn't planning on doing it. I just wanted a shout out. I just wanted a shout out, he says. My fridge couldn't handle a load from you, bud.
I love you, Jeff. No, in all seriousness, I pick on you because I know you, and plus you're on here with us every single week. But it is true that, and I've had, and you're not the listen. That's about probably the 20th person just since the pandemic that asked me that exact same question.
Why would you want to do that, though, Jeff? What are you after?
Well, they're looking to get that super wide neck
Yeah.
with light gauge electric strings on it. But the problem is when you do put them on, it'll ruin the top, but the action's horrible, right? It's not good. So
The classical just isn't built the same way
no,
at all.
it's not braced the same.
no.
It's not nothing.
No.
So that question was actually really good. I just took a piss on you because it was funny. But that's actually a great question, and it's been asked of me many, many times.
Maybe the bridge wouldn't even pass you before the neck snapped back.
That's right. You
You
just
got
make
two
a Jeff sandwich. You'd be working at Subway, boy.
Yeah.
Bow.
You wouldn't need braces, that's for sure. You'd be wired.
Yeah. Oh God. All right. Who's next? Love you, Jeff. Thanks for that, buddy.
Got a super chat from Gavin Carroll Music.
Gavin Carroll Music. Is that a new one?
No.
Oh, okay. There's so many. I'm sorry, guys. He's from Ireland too.
Yeah.
Right. I remember you now. Sorry, Gavin.
Hey guys, just bought an Epiphone inspired by Gibson J45. I'm waiting on. Tell me I did the right thing. I want to put a K&K Pure Mini in it. Already have the FG3 with K&K, which I will never part with.
Boy, did you ever make the right decision.
Can't go wrong.
God damn. I just got mine. I just got my 45, and we are going to put a K&K in all three of these inspired by Gibson guitars. When I bought these, because I went and bought them. Gibson Epiphone's never going to give me one. They don't give a shit about me or anybody else like me. But they just, yeah. No, but seriously, they're a huge corporation. They don't care what I'm doing. I went and bought these with the intent of reviewing them and taking them back and getting the money back out of my account at the store. And the store's into that.
On it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're like, yeah, we need rentals, right?
Yep.
And so Long and McQuaid, my local chain store, they've been invaluable to the channel because they're taking all this equipment that I'm reviewing and I take it to them and they take it, and so it keeps it cycling, right? But these three guitars, I won't part with them. There's just no way. Matter of fact, I got the J200 sitting on the stand right here. This thing's been out in the stand since I bought it. Listen to that.
I can feel it in the table.
Yeah, it wrecks your liver.
No, that's the Saki.
Goes on.
It just goes on, and those are the dead bent strings on it.
Yeah.
So the 45 I just got is an absolute killer guitar.
That is a tough guitar right there.
You did the review already, right?
Yeah. I did a review of all three of them at once.
You're falling behind.
Well, no, it's the video is called Inspired by Gibson.
No, you're falling behind.
Oh, I am? Oh, I'm falling behind.
falling behind.
Sorry.
A little slow today.
Down the hatch. So smooth.
So I can't imagine a better combination than Rob cracking a big gin eye over in the corner there with his friggin'
He's inspired by
his
Ireland.
Inspired by
his sprocket dimple foaming and flopping over there. What do they call those things?
Sprocket nipple.
Sprocket nipple?
No,
Okay,
no.
yeah.
It's a widget.
A widget.
Oh,
Yeah,
widget.
right. So yeah,
Sprocket
you've absolutely made the right choice. Like that guitar with that pickup system.
Will never let you down.
No, I do you still have that one down at the shop? Or is this the last one we have?
I think that's the last one we have.
Is there one
Yeah.
still in the garage?
Yeah, still got one left. Got to order some more. These guys have been fantastic too. They're letting me buy. They're letting me buy a certain number of these for a really good price per year. So many of them, right? And they're tremendously nice people to deal with. And they're the best pickups. I've ever
Everything's
heard.
in that kit too. It's a nice kit.
yeah.
It's well put together. The install is well thought out.
Yep.
Even I can put them in guitars.
You could put anything in anything. You could install a gerbil in there or something if you wanted.
Well,
With a feeding
I
system.
did on your cedar top.
Okay. Is it alive or dead though?
It's dead now.
Well,
It's been in the
It's dead
garage.
now.
If it's
yeah.
not, if it doesn't smell bad, it's still alive.
Oh, okay. Connects.
Oh, dear. At this point now we have 2 super chats from Cam.
All right, Cam.
Waiting in the queue. So the first one: how far should a person go in attempting to do their own setups before they gone fixed it just a little too much? I.e., neck adjustment, nut settles, and where to stop before it's come funkulated.
Well, the only way to get good at guitar setup is do it.
Yeah. You don't learn by watching
No.
somebody else do it or sending it
No.
out.
And all of the basic setup, like saddle height and truss adjustment, if you blow your saddle, no problem to go buy another one.
Yep.
Just go buy another one and cut it the right way, right?
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Don't crank on the truss rod too hard and
Yeah.
fold the neck over.
Yeah,
and
right.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Everything else is fixable.
Try not to turn your guitar into a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
just right into the.
Yeah, it's the carry-on version.
Yeah, it's the carry-on version. Yeah, and that's the bottom line. So if you're trying to fix it, like there's a certain order of events, right?
Yep.
So when you get your guitar, you're supposed to measure with a really good measurement thing. I have a
technical
guitar.
name?
I have a guitar ruler here, but you can use a number of different things. I actually have a thing here that looks like a stainless steel credit card and has all the measurements on all 4 sides of it.
Yeah.
And you want to measure. There's a certain. What's your height here at the E string? I can't remember.
Depends on the setup.
Yeah, but
Right.
but you want there's a universal height for the big E string off the 12th fret, and a universal height accepted height for the little one, right? So when you first measure it, if it's high, and you look down the neck, and the neck has a bow in it, you want the neck to be almost straight. So do that first, and then you do your measurements. If this is too high, then you take the saddle down, like extremely incrementally.
Yeah.
You don't go ranging off a 1/4 inch off the saddle.
You really want to measure both ends,
Yes.
both sides.
Yes. Oh, here's the other measurement. It's supposed, when you hold the string down here at the 7th fret, you're supposed to be able to take a string spacer here and it's 18 thousandths of an inch
Yeah.
between this string and the fret. That means your nut slots are perfect, right? So that's the mathematics of how to set one up. And if you measure everything first carefully, you almost can't screw it up.
Yeah, you know
right?
whether you want to go to the bridge or you want to go to the nut or it's going
Or
to be
the
a
truss,
combination
or
of
the
both
truss,
or
right?
the truss.
Most guitars, like this SJ200 I just played for you, I found it a bit high. So most guitars now, with the exclusion of a very few guitars, and strangely enough, my Gallaghers don't have this. They have a truss, but it's a recessed truss that's behind the
One
brace.
way. Yeah.
And I don't believe it's two-way.
It's 2-way.
It's just very difficult to get your key on it.
Okay.
So, but these truss rods in the Gibsons or the Epiphones are in the headstock. So the two ways work way better. So I open the truss case and just tighten that nut like an eighth of a turn.
Eighth of a turn at a
and
time.
boom, the action was perfect.
Yeah.
Didn't have to touch anything.
You can measure all this, Cam, and it's all just math and physics because you've got to take into account the intonation and everything. But just go slow. Whatever you do, go slow.
Yeah.
And see what the effect is. You can measure it. You can take a stainless steel straight edge and put it down the neck and sight your neck that way.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see very easily whether your neck is straight or bowed. If you just have it like an 18-inch stainless steel ruler, will do the trick for you. You don't need anything complex. And you can go buy tools for it. Like JP has his string gauge somewhere on the table
Yeah,
here.
it's around here somewhere.
Yeah. The guys at
can't lay
StuMac
my
are pretty
hands.
helpful
There's a
for
whole
all
bunch of
those
little
kind
ones
of
underneath
guitar
the table.
tools.
But there's I was going to show it to you, but I can't lay my hands on it right now. But I bought mine off Amazon, and
StuMac's a good spot.
Yep. But Amazon, I got a kit that had the credit card measurement device, stainless steel, sharp,
Yep.
straight edge, right, and revolving key of feeler gauges, from paper thin to
Yep.
and that's what you need. Just those two tools and a good set of Allen keys, and a jeweler's Phillips screwdriver
Yep.
to remove your truss cover if you have one, and that's all you need.
Yep.
And a good piece of sandpaper, and a flat surface, a Sharpie to mark the bottom of your saddle about how much you want to take,
Yeah. Or a pencil.
or a pencil.
Yeah, lead pencil works good.
Yep. All those, it's very simple stuff.
Yeah.
If you overcomplicate it or try to adjust too many different things at once,
Yeah.
that's when you overfix.
Yeah. Do one thing at a time, see what it
Yeah.
does. If you don't like it, put it back in the other direction.
Right.
Yeah. But remember, it's a living thing because it's made of wood.
Yep.
And it can take a few minutes to settle in
Yep.
on lots of guitars if you're messing around with the neck with the truss rod.
The truss will take generally 24 hours for it set exactly where it's going to be
For it to
after you
stop
adjust
moving,
it.
yeah.
Yes. Because it is a living thing, and the neck takes in moisture just like the body. Not quite as fast or as much, but it does. So, adjusting that truss, especially when you take a truss, sometimes you find a truss rod and it's not even engaged. And you put the wrench on it and you can feel it rattling.
Yeah.
It's so loose.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that. It should be finger tight, like less than finger tight.
Yeah.
And then leave it like that and see how that affects it. And if that doesn't do anything, you move it a quarter or an eighth of a turn.
I never go quarter.
I usually go a quarter because I know most of
You
my...
know what you're doing.
Yeah, most of my truss
Yeah.
systems are two ways, so you can...
Yeah.
If it's no good, you just back it off an eighth.
Yeah.
Right? Then you're good. But, yeah.
And
It's,
you can't really mess anything up. You might need to get a new saddle. You might need to get a new nut. But
Yeah.
that's all fun stuff to kind of dink around with and learn
Exactly.
about
And there's all kinds of tricks. Like, the one I love the best is
cutting a nut.
is cutting a new nut slot using baking soda and crazy glue.
Yeah.
So it's an old trick. If you have a nut slot that's too deep, you take like literally the end of a popsicle stick and that much baking soda, and you just dump it on the slot, and or even just a drop of crazy glue.
Thin crazy glue.
Thin, the watery kind.
Yeah.
It turns that baking soda basically into bone.
Yeah. Rock hard.
Rock hard. And then you just sand it off and shape it and cut the slot again, and you've got a brand new spot, right? Little tricks like that, they're invaluable.
Yeah.
And like Chris has done all of these things. You've cut everything, nuts, saddles, everything.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
And you don't
right?
need exotic stuff. I mean, we both have a set of nut files, right? The baking soda and super glue trick is
Yep.
pretty easy. Get some lemon oil or something and oil up clean off your fretboard and oil
Yep.
it all up and
Should do that every year.
buff up your frets and stuff like that. It's
Yep. Take some
Easy to take care of them.
some nice steel wool,
yeah.
or even they even used to use like a shark skin, just a little bit of shark skin just on the frets and just polish them off,
Yeah.
And it
Clean all that
smooths
old
them.
dead skin out.
Yeah, because it hurts the guitar after a while.
Well, it
Hurts the action.
It closes it up.
Closes it up. Stops breathing.
Yeah.
It can cause cracking in the fingerboard and all sorts of bad stuff, right? But if you just go and watch as many I do all the time, there's all kinds of really good guys on YouTube that are really professional luthiers, and you want to go with the guys who look like old hillbillies. Those are the guys that know all the tricks.
Yep.
And there's one guy I watch all the time. He's got a beard down to here, and that man can fix anything. And he does everything. And it's just in a little shop in his mobile home down south somewhere. He works on vintage Martins and like everything you could imagine. He did a neck reset on a Martin on his channel, and it was fascinating how he just used his own kind of made up toolbox to get this goddamn neck off the guitar. You know, all these tricks.
Well, we make a lot of our own tools.
Exactly. So the first thing that we said when we did the K&K install, Chris looked at me and goes, I have to invent a jig for this. This is no good. Just one at a time. I'm going to make one that does all three.
Well, you end up getting a sticky finger 3 times.
Right. And your finger got stuck to the...
It's got stuck inside the guitar.
You got crazy glued inside the guitar.
I had to crawl in and free myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost had a rescue party for his finger. All right. Let's go to the next question. That's a great question.
You're falling behind.
Cam. Yeah. Oh, sir.
I'm 2-1 in you here.
Yeah, but I'm also drinking beer simultaneously.
You're a lightweight.
I wish.
We have another super chat from Cam.
All right, Cam.
On behalf of someone else, it seems.
Okay.
He's, yeah. Any feedback on the new coated Diodario strings?
Yes, sir. Funny you should ask me that. The guitar is sitting right over there. Let's bring it over. So here's the prognosis. David and I did a week at Carlton, Halifax. So we found out about these strings on the Wednesday. So Thursday, we had 2 shows left, and I put these strings on Thursday night. Played Thursday night show. Guitar sat. Played Friday night show. The guitar sat over 3 days now. If these were regular strings, they would have been dead, completely dead, after the first set on the Thursday night. They would have been dead, like dead as a doornail. If they were, let's say, some other kind of coated string, including the Diodario coated, not the new ones, but the old ones,
Right.
they might have lasted 1 show. Then the Friday night, they would have been dead. But these have 4 hours of sweaty stage playing and then sitting out of the case for nearly a week. And this is what they sound like. Just like brand new.
That's crisp. How were they for stretch?
This is the other thing. You all know how much I endorse elixirs, right? But these strings are better than elixirs because they have a different tension. They have a higher quality core than what elixir uses. So when you put them on, they don't stretch at all. Like I give them the usual, wanking to get them when I put them on.
Well, you're always wanking.
And they never stretched. They never went out of tune, and they feel different. They feel they're more responsive. They don't feel as floppy as an elixir.
So is the winding coated, or is the entire
the
string?
winding? And the unwound strings are coated with something too that they've designed. Like listen to how live they are. They're just as lively as the second I put them on.
I've not even seen them yet.
They're really, really good strings.
So the core isn't coated; it's the winding.
It's the winding that's coated.
Unlike the elixirs,
and they use a type of core called NY steel, and that's what makes them, I think, feel so much different than elixirs. They feel like they have a higher tension, but they're easier to play than elixirs. Because I've been using elixirs for 15 years, and I'm really used to how they feel. These things... they're These strings should be dead because I've never found any other string.
Give him to Gunning. He'll kill them.
He had them on too.
Did he?
Same
How did
thing.
he do them? 'Cause
Same thing.
Dave has really reactive.
He never
Juice.
lost a string.
Yeah?
No. His were the same. So all I can say is they're the best strings I've ever played.
So far, so good.
So far, with the exception of elixirs. And I think I like these better. And that's saying, man, you don't even know how hard that is for me to say. But I do. I think I like them better, and I think I'm going to switch to them for every guitar I get. So, and they're about $23. They're about $1 cheaper than elixirs, I think. So, yeah, I can't say enough. They blew me away. I don't even know what to say because I was not expecting them to last. No string I've ever tried has ever lasted. So, including other Diodarios, like the extended life Diodarios. I killed them in one set. Those things seem to last forever.
Have you ever boiled your guitar strings?
Oh, God, yes. All my life when I was a kid, I had no money.
Yeah?
Used to use Martin heavy gauge.
Yeah.
Oh, God, they were bad.
I still know some people
Oh.
who boil their strings. And
I know
some
a lot
people
of bass
swear by
players.
it.
I know a lot of bass players do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Methanol on the old
Yeah.
methanol.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it works. Cleans all the gunk out of the windings,
Takes
right?
all the funk out of them and
Yep.
tightens them back up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So there you go. I was going to do a review on those strings. I probably still will. But I'm just super, super impressed with those, man. Holy shit, they're nice. Just amazing.
Well, to torture them.
I did. Like, you know, I mean, I'm playing pretty hard on that
Well, if they're
on the Gunning
really
show,
torture
right?
them.
Okay. Well, yeah, we
That'd
could
be
do
a good
that
video,
too.
like a time lapse of.
Yeah.
We'll
I'll just
really
leave
torture
those on that guitar. See how long they last. Because I have been using it. Like I've been recording. I brought it home, started recording with it, with those used strings, like
On it.
2 shows on it, right? And it still sounded fantastic. So there you go. Connects.
So another part of Cam's super chat was a joke for you.
Okay.
Again, oh,
Lay it on me,
Saki.
Cam. Through
All right.
Ginger.
How many country western singers does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know.
3. Hang on. Give me my Saki. 3.
Liquor
1
pig.
to change the bulb, and 2 to sing about the old one.
Oh, God.
There we go. Let's see here. So we have a super chat question from Jeff Gallant.
Oh,
Jeff.
boy, he's back again.
Back again. He says, if you were to send an email to you, would you reply with Ginger's email so I can send you guys pictures of my potbelly pig named Lionel?
Oh, yeah. Well, my email's on here. That's the one. jpcormier38@gmail.com.
Yeah, just send Lionel to JP.
Yeah. We'll get it. We both see that account. So there you go.
Lionel.
Next. Lionel the potbelly
Lionel
pig.
the potbelly pig. Should we tell him what we're having for supper tomorrow night?
Yeah, no, let's not.
No, let's not do that. Just Lionel, you sound delicious.
Yes.
Love you.
Kisses.
We have a super chat from Jim Walker.
Jim Walker.
He says, I bought an Alvarez MD60BG based
Yes.
on your review. Thank
Yes.
you. I love it. Do you still have one?
No, I gave it to my brother. My brother Joe has it. And he didn't have a good guitar, so I took it down to him.
Who's not here tonight for some reason.
And was that right?
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Why isn't Joe here?
And it needs a neck adjustment. The neck went out pretty bad on it when it went from here to the South Shore, but it's only humidity. It probably has gone down a bit now, but I need to take my tools down and because I didn't have to adjust it at all.
Nope.
It worked great here. So
But you're in a climate controlled environment.
yeah, I take pretty good care of my guitars, and I'm not traveling very much, so it's a lot more humid down the South Shore. And so
What's happening this week with Joe?
I don't know. I just talked to Joe on the phone today
What's
or
happening
yesterday.
later this week with Joe?
Oh yeah,
Is there something special going on with Joe?
yeah.
Possibly.
Something. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy Happy birthday, dear Joe.
You cranky old man, you.
Happy birthday to Joe.
Okay, so now you have to play.
He's 68.
Wow.
Now you have to play Happy Birthday something on the fiddle for Caper Away.
Oh, is it your birthday, Caper?
It's his birthday today.
Oh, boy.
But he wants a fiddle too.
Well, I'll drink to that, Caperway. Happy friggin' birthday. Kampai.
Birthday to Caper Away.
He wants a Cape Breton fiddle tune. I'm not done.
Lightweight.
Happy
friggin'
birthday, Caper Away.
Mm-hmm.
Take that and put that in your goddamn pipe and smoke on it for a few hours.
It doesn't get much more homey than that.
There you go. Love ya. Thanks for being with us every week. Love you to death. Thank you.
Still want to know where they're away to.
Well, they've told us before.
Yeah, I forget.
He is away, but not far away.
Just not in Caper.
Yes.
He's not in the Cape anymore.
Next.
Another super chat from Jim Hegan.
Jim Hegan. Good to see you again, buddy.
I find this a funny question. Hey, JP, when are we going to see you and Ginger pick a tune together? Would love that.
Pick a tune together.
All right. Yeah, no one wants to hear that, Jim.
It could be done right now.
No.
No.
No one wants to hear
Do you
that.
need more Saki, Ginger?
I would need
I'm going
a
to tell you
lobotomy.
something. I'm going to tell you something about Ginger. Ginger can play.
Ginger can't play.
Don't listen to her.
Ginger can pick the mandolin.
Ginger is a natural mandolinist, and I was teaching her, and she practiced all the time. Well, not all the time, but that's what was so goddamn frustrating, is that she didn't hardly practice, and her tone and timing was flawless. So she just plays everything at about
Half speed.
60% speed, which is good. That's what I want my students to do, right? But that woman,
So if you're real sleepy and not paying attention, maybe a little drunk.
Maybe a lullaby.
A little
No, she
lullaby.
was playing fiddle. She learned how to play.
Jig lullaby.
She's learned to play St. Anne's Reel, Billy in the Low Ground, Ragtime Annie. What was it, 7 or 8 tunes?
Something about a
She Turkey in the Straw.
That's one.
She learned, and they're not bullshit versions either. The real, like, I didn't hold back. I was like, I never do. Like, she can do anything. So I'm like, okay, learn this.
She is
And then she
relatively smart.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad for a girl.
It's what I refer to as a badass chick.
She's a pretty badass chick, yeah.
Yep. To be feared and respected, that one.
Yes. Very feared.
Emphasis on feared.
Connected. Connects.
Let's see here. The super chat from Jim.
Jim.
It just says next week. Be ready.
Oh boy,
Oh,
now
so
we're
Are you
talking.
showing up now, or
Now
what?
we're
Thread or
talking.
Or are you
promo?
just going to phone it in again?
Oh boy, now we're talking. We're gonna have a 3-way string theory.
Oh, I'm going to get you next week.
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
We'll be here.
Okay, we'll be here, big boy.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting on you. We'll put another chair right over there.
Bring it
Megan
on
can
there,
Put
graybeard.
the old wide angle on this thing. Get the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Extra wide for me. I'll have to have my
Extra
own.
wide with a double fat back
I'll
for me.
I'll have to have my own camera.
We'll put it on fisheye.
Fish eye.
Yeah.
Whale eye.
Yeah, the 3 of us will take about 170 degrees worth.
yeah. You got to put it on super wide angle deluxe.
I thought you farted, but it was actually Jack snoring.
Oh yeah, Jack snores like a
Yeah.
own man.
He's part of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Back to life.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to it, Jim.
Yes, sir.
Cranky old bastard.
There you go.
So we got a super chat from Tuba Dylan, whose birthday is tomorrow.
Tuba Dylan.
He says, "Love the fiddle, keep swinging, brother." And like I said, his birthday is tomorrow, so he appreciates the
Well, there you
birthday
go.
as well.
That's good. We'll send that out to you too, brother.
Another one from Cam. Another super chat from Cam.
Hi, Cam.
Another joke.
Oh boy.
Knock, knock.
What key do cows sing in?
I don't know.
No guesses? Not gonna give it a.
No.
Just a second now. Cows.
Cows. What?
Key. Cows.
Anus.
Slow air in the key of
It's not a
A
key.
nus.
G for
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, B flat.
Beef.
Beef.
Oh,
Beef
beef
flat.
flat.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
God.
Oh, ouch.
Oh Jesus, that was
Oh,
painful.
no.
That was painful.
Dad
That was
jokes.
painful.
Yeah. You should put some steel strings on your class.
Yeah, go string. Yeah, go put some Ernie ball
Yeah.
super
You're falling
slinkies on
behind.
your. Am I?
Yeah, you still
Again?
there? Yeah. Cheers.
Sorry, Saki.
Down the hatch.
Next.
We got a super chat from Larry Rindrus, but I don't see his question or comment.
Larry Reindrus.
Rindrus. I will remember how to say that one of these days.
Yeah. Super chat with no question.
Yeah, or it just hasn't popped up yet.
Okay.
It's very
Love you,
possible.
Larry. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Da-da-da-da.
She's run out of questions.
No, I haven't. I just have to scroll way back up to the top now that the super chats are over. And it's just.
We only have a few minutes left. We got time for a couple more anyway.
Okay, we got one from Darren Murray.
All right.
What do you think of Steve Howe's playing a D? I'm not sure what a D is.
I don't need a Steve Howe.
You
I
know
know
who
Steve
Howe
Howe.
is?
I know who Steve Howe is, yeah.
Okay, what do you think he was playing?
Well, I don't know enough about him.
Okay,
Don't know enough about him.
alrighty.
He's a rock and roller, is he not?
A man.
And you're probably laughing at me right now, but he's a guitar player for a famous band,
I've heard of him, but I've never
and I
seen
can't
him.
remember which one. I'm sorry. Although I love rock old rock music and rock right up into the '90s. Why don't I know who Steve Howe? I know who Steve Howe is, but I can't remember who he plays for.
Should we Google it?
We could.
Our phones weren't in airplane mode. We could.
This is true. Sorry, I'll give you an opinion next week.
Yeah. Once we have more bandwidth, we'll
Yeah,
give you an
it must be
opinion.
the Saki. The Saki is preventing me from recalling any of his tunes right off the top of my head. Sorry, my bad. I shit the bed on that one, boys. I'm an arsehole. All right. I'll look it up.
Okay, we got a question from Eli Patrick Music.
All right.
How can you get rid of a songwriter's block?
Kick him out and make it get his own apartment.
It doesn't.
Oh,
True enough, eh? Steal his girlfriend.
yeah, steal his girlfriend. Yeah. The songwriter's block, you know what? Songwriter's block is a myth. Songwriter's block is something that we tell ourselves that we have when we have nothing relevant to say anymore at that point in time. And that's the truth. If you're sitting there trying to shit out a song, chances are you shouldn't write it. It's just not how it works. You can be a craftsman, right? Like Gunning and Lightfoot and Lenny. These people are craftsmen.
Rankin.
Jimmy. They sit down, they get a title, and they go, I'm writing this. And they sit and they work at it. Sometimes it comes in an hour. Sometimes it comes in days.
Sometimes it comes in 15-minute long.
Exactly. And if you get to the point where you're trying to write a song and you go, or you've hit a dry spell and you can't write at all, just go with it. That's where your muse is at. Don't force it. I am not a prolific writer at all. And the reason that is because I don't bother trying to force myself to write songs. I can go 2 years without writing a song. Then I'll write 6. And because it's time. And they're in my, oh, okay, it's great. And I write it down and done. If I was to do like Gunning, who I admire as a songwriter more than anybody that I know really in my peers, right? He forces himself to write 10, 12 songs per year.
He actually ran out of dead people and picked out to write about.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he has to go to a different graveyard now.
Yeah.
He just got a hotline to the morgue.
He asked me if I'd kill a couple people off for him.
Yeah.
For some new material.
Yeah. Like tragically kill them.
Yeah.
You know, like beat somebody to death with a blender. At a birthday,
with an immersion blender.
At a birthday party for somebody named Oopsie the Clown or something.
Oopsie.
Oh dear.
But that's the truth. Like, don't push it. Writer's block is bullshit. It doesn't exist. It just means that you're not in the mood. You got to let that thing come. And when it hits you, it'll come out on paper, it'll come out of your guitar, come out of your hands. You can't force those things unless it's your intention to become that type of writer that writes mechanically, that you go in and go, okay, I need to write a song today, so I'm going to write it, and you force it out. Sometimes they don't turn out so well.
Everybody has their own formula.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they say? That a good song is like a fart?
Yeah.
If you force it, it's probably shit.
It's probably shit. That's absolutely true.
Chotzi the Clown.
Yeah. Yeah. Bacon Strip the Clown.
Yeah. Way to go,
Dave.
Dave.
Don't go back there.
Racing Stripes the Clown.
Don't go back there.
Back there, she said.
Dingleberry the Clown.
Klingon the Clown. Klingon.
No.
Sorry, Ginger.
Shit Stripe the Clown. Yeah.
No.
Marker Tip the Clown.
Marker Tip.
No.
Sharpie the Clown. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, my.
So our
Wait,
question
wait,
for
before
what?
The question.
Okay.
Do you want to? This is relating to some questions that have appeared. Do you want to talk about the next Live at Ginger's Barn concert?
Yeah.
The one you just booked?
Not yet.
No.
No, we're gonna not
Okay.
yet.
So there's one coming, but we don't.
There is one
know the
coming,
date yet, I guess.
and we do have a. Yes, we have to wait.
It's
Okay.
top sneaker.
Because I have a date, but she doesn't know it, so that means we haven't talked about it yet. So
Okay,
that's
wait. There's a super chat from Cam.
okay.
He says, thoughts on new subscriber giveaways and do they work on YouTube?
New subscriber giveaways? We haven't got that far down the rabbit hole in this channel to even do that yet.
I don't know if we qualify for those yet.
I don't think we do. No. So, anyhow, let's talk about our partners. G&G Music up in Antigonish, who always has a lovely Levy strap, string theory, embossed leather strap prize for somebody each week. Usually a discount on Recording Kings, and he often gives discounts on the Bouchers as well as part of his prize packages. I haven't talked to Glenn today, but I know he always gives the winners always get a really cool prize from him. And our good buddy, Stephen McNeil over at Fantasy Music. who will get you. He's designing. Did we send that String Theory logo yet?
Yes.
He's designing his own swag
I'm pretty
that
sure.
has String Theory, Yamaha.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, String Theory, Yamaha, and Fantasy Music all on a hoodie. So that's going to be the prize. He's designing that now. And he does a free set of Elixir strings, possibly even now these Diodario XS, because he's the main dealer for them right now. They're hardly in any store yet. And he does usually a prize involving a tax-free purchase if you come into the store, and all kinds of things. But when he contacts you, he'll tell you what you get. But you'll definitely get the clothing from Steve, and the strap and the strings and the winder and whatnot from Glenn.
Nice.
Every week we've been doing this for almost over 50 weeks now. I think we started the show, one of the very first things
Glenn
we
does
did.
an amazing volume
He does.
for being a store in the middle of the wilds of
Yeah.
Antigonish.
He does. He's
Yeah.
literally in the middle of the woods up there, about 7 miles outside of Antigonish.
Yep.
And
Great store.
what a wicked shop that is.
Yep.
And Steve, in my opinion, is just like Glenn. He's in the wilds of the downtown, surrounded by Long and McQuaid's, the Halifax Folklore Center, like all these different shops around.
Yep.
And Steve has managed to turn Fantasy into this really cool hub in the downtown core. With all these great lines, he's carrying Yeri, Boucher, Yamaha handmaids, the Hagstrom guitars by the Hagstrom Sigmas. What else has he got in there? DT Mark. He's got the new Mark acoustic amp, guitar amps, and bass amps, and a full service recording studio, a full service multimedia room for broadcasting live. He's just got everything going on there. And we're so proud of both shops. Like we wouldn't have been able to do this without those guys. They've just been incredible. So I'm going to make an easy question tonight. I've spoken many times about the gauge of strings that I use. I want the two numbers. I want the gauge of the little E and the big E. That's the super question tonight. The gauge of my little E string and the gauge of my big E string. See who's watching.
Who's running for their packs?
There's all kinds of
strings?
answers coming in, fast and furious. Is it 12 and 53?
Yep, that's it. Who was the first one?
Callie Antonin.
Oh, that's a new one.
Nope.
Callie Antonin.
How do you spell it, Ginger?
Kalle AnttOnen.
Okay, Callie, you have won the G&G package. So, Callie, send an email to me right now at jpcormier38@gmail.com, and I'll forward you on to Glenn. jpcormier38@gmail.com. Callie, you're the winner there. And who's the second one?
Sonia H.
Sonia H. That's another new one. I've never seen either one of those people win. Sonia, you have won the fantasy prize. So send me an email at jpcormier38@gmail.com, and I'll forward you on to Steve at Fantasy. You've won their prize package, and both of you are in the draw for the big fantasy prize after another, I think we've got 4 more weeks or 5 more weeks, where he's giving away a beautiful Recording King Dreadnought Series 10, I think. I've played the guitar. We had it on the show, actually, live at the Carlton 2 weeks ago. Or was it last week?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So, yeah. So you'll be winning. We're going to have a draw for that in another few weeks, and somebody will win that. Beautiful little guitar. It's not little. It's a full-size Dreadnought. It kills. I played it on the show. So anyhow, we've gone over time by 5 minutes, but what's the time? What's time to a hog?
I'll fill you up.
Cue the music, Ginger.
It's your channel.
That's correct. Oh,
There's the music.
That works well.
Yep, that's definitely coming out of there.
Eyesight's failing, eh?
Yep. Cheers.
Had to get rid of some of that before I cheered you.
Saki. Yep.
Wacky Saki.
Wacky Saki.
So I'm going to tell you what, boys and girls. We love you a lot. And we couldn't do this without you. We enjoy this. I enjoy this immensely. And it's just been a tremendous journey. And more people are getting involved. And I want to thank Chris for being here. Chris has been my buddy for over 25 years.
I'm just down the street.
Just down the street.
Yep.
And you having fun? You like this?
Oh, God.
Is it good?
God. If Wednesday nights just wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
At least I get to keep my clothes on this side of the camera.
And there's no peanut butter involved.
Well, that's lucky for you.
Yeah.
I had to throw that other jar of peanut butter out.
Yeah, I bet you did. But we won't go there either, folks.
Yeah.
But we are going to be very shortly on the channel. Look for me and Chris to be doing a complete setup of an old violin.
Yep.
Complete reset of a vintage ukulele. Another K&K install with Chris's brand new jig design. And God knows what else we're going to do.
Other stuff.
The Tone Dexter.
Oh, the Poindexter.
You have to be there for the Poindexter review.
Can't wait for that one. That's going to be fun.
Love you guys.
Stay safe.
Hope you never find your perfect guitar, because then you'd have to stop looking. Love yous. See you next week.
See ya.
Cheers.
Cheers.